This episode of Just for Fun podcast is brought to you by Saturday. Holla at your boy. It's me and Steve. What's up, Steve? How are you, my friend? Fucking chilling, dude. Mike and I... Oh, I have a couple things to tell you, actually. Mike and I podcasted on Thursday, and we had a great time, except for the first 90 minutes of it was basically inaudible because his internet was so shitty.
I thought you were going to say he was like yelling at you.
No. His internet was so fucked up. He eventually fixed it, and then we had like another hour and a half of like good podcasting. It was fun. But we were talking about that show, Umbrella Academy. We were having a good riff on it, right? And so he asked me to clip it for him, and I was like, sure. So I was checking. I talked to him on the phone yesterday, and I went to go clip it yesterday evening, and I almost broke my phone because I was so annoyed because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find where it was in the timeline of the video, but I had it at first. Like I clicked a really good guess, and I didn't remember where it was, and I could not find it again, to the point where I kept looping over like the same shit, so I kept hearing myself say the same like beginning of a story, and I fucking almost went insane and broke my phone, so I just stopped before I broke my phone.
Well, goddamn.
And yeah, not healthy stuff.
Yeah,
so I was like, I'm just gonna not do this anymore. Then I stayed up.
You're not gonna clip videos anymore?
Oh no, I'm not gonna try and clip this one, dude. I was really drunk too. It's starting to feel really angry. Oh yeah, it definitely had something to do with it.
You're like drunk as fuck. Like, it's definitely not the alcohol that pisses me off right now. It's definitely my phone.
Oh no, it was a combination of the both, but I wouldn't have been as pissed off if I was sober, for sure. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking put this down for now before I fucking throw my phone into my TV. It's definitely not the booze, bro. And then I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching New Girl for like the fourth time, and dozed off for about an hour. Who's that girl? It's Mike. And dude, Zooey Deschanel is just so cute. And I know, dude. And them legs though. And and I love how like that's like the universal sign for like, oh my god, like you know how you can type sarcastically now?
Yeah, and you want to know where that came from? It's fucking The Simpsons.
And so I woke back up. I woke back up around 3, and I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep in my chair. So let me fucking lie down. Promptly woke. I know I already told you this, but just for the podcast, I promptly woke right back up at 6, and I was like, oh well, Steve should be around sometime. And then I drank like a whole 40 and a half, again, another 40 and a half, before I realized, oh shit, he probably just got off work when I woke up. So he's probably asleep like a motherfucker right now. So then I fell back asleep until I called you.
Yeah, man. It was one of my coworkers' birthday parties last night. And
oh shit.
So she got off early, and then so I like met up with them after I got off. It was like fucking 12:30 by the time I even met up with them.
Oh shit.
And yeah. So
what time did you get off?
I got off at 11:30ish. It's like weird. This is the kind of job. It's kind of like you, where it's like, all right, so we're gonna be done at like 11 today, but then it's not like a hard set like we're done at 11.
Oh yeah.
It's we're done at 11, but if you didn't finish all this shit or if we're too busy, then you gotta stay a little extra. It's like fine or whatever. Just like they give me beer and whatnot.
Yeah, mine is like, hey, we got this thing to do for, like, we got just one more thing to do for the end of the day. Should take half an hour. and then
you're like, fuck.
well, it's like should take half an hour, and then it's really like an hour and a half. Because every single fucking different thing has an unforeseen problem with it, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, fucking, we went out to this, we went to this bar called Little Indies, in Orlando, and they had like a DJ actually spitting vinyl inside the bar.
Oh shit, that's what's up, man.
And on the outside, on the back patio, it was like it's the same bar, but it's like tiki themed back there, and all they do is play metal. So they were just like playing like fucking like old school Metallica and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There's like fucking all sorts of tiki shit everywhere, and it's just like master,
what purpose of putting it strong? That's like that's two weird microcosms getting like thrown together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like fucking sitting there, and the music is not quiet either. So
yeah,
it's like loud as fuck.
Hey, can I tell you, I really enjoy fucking people actually spinning vinyl, like DJing vinyl, like spinning two vinyls. That shit is cool as fuck to me, man.
Yeah, man. It was really fucking cool, except that like this dude was playing like shit I've never heard in my life before. So, like,
dude.
So like people are like on the dance floor, like sort of dancing. Like, oh, I don't know what the fuck we're listening to.
Dude, I had a dream that I was on a dance floor last night dancing. Like in between 3 to 6, I had a dream that I was like at a wedding or some shit dancing on the dance floor. That's fucking weird, bro. Wonder what that's about.
So, should we talk about how Taylor doesn't know who the fuck Mudvayne is? Pretty upsetting.
Dude, that's weird, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
Listened to Slipknot on the regular growing up.
Hey, fuck.
But, like,
Can
no
I?
one ever showed him Mudvayne. It's weird, man.
Can I? I have to. Fuck. I have to pause for 1 second. Well, because I gotta find. I wear earbuds, but not like hard plastic earbuds, the ones with the squishy things on the end. And I'm trying to see if there's around my room anywhere. Oh my god, I have one. This one in my left ear is like fucking a little bit too big, and it's when I'm talking, it's kind of like vibrating in my eardrum, and it's really annoying. So give me just 1 second. I found one.
You can stop being a bitch. That would be kick this guy out of his own podcast.
I know, right? But he's the co-host. Oh, it was with you. That's a lot better. God damn, that's a lot better. It was with you when we were asking Sally Beats who she would get throat fucked by, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what Sally Beats was in the chat when Mike and I were talking on Thursday. I forgot what we asked her.
We made that Would You Rather.
Yeah, that's right.
You asked Mike that, or did you forget?
No, I'm going to wait until we're all together again. I came up with some other individual premises of Would You Rather, so if you ever, next time, or if you come up with one while we're podcasting, just let me know and we can build a new one. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I fucking almost got ran over by a motorcycle the other day. Like literally inches away from getting ran over by a fucking motorcycle. So, my apartment is on the corner of my street. Now, you remember the store that we would go to that was near my house last time you came here, but I've moved since then. I actually live right across the street from that store now, and my apartment is on the corner of the street that I live on. So, I mean, I know you know, but it takes basically 3 minutes to walk to the store just because there's a traffic light and like a highway crossing at the corner of the street. So
3 minutes if you're a bitch.
So, is that your new thing? Like, yeah, bro. Well, you fucking, you wouldn't put ketchup on your French fries if you weren't a bitch.
No, I don't know.
No, it could totally be your thing. Oh, after this, yeah, let's get back to Taylor not knowing about Mudvayne. That is weird, but so I come out of my apartment, I go to the edge of the building, I turn right, and then I'm on like basically the edge of the street, and I go up on. There's like a small like embankment kind of. I walk on top of that, and then about 20, 25 feet, it's like just grass, and then about 25 feet later, there's a sidewalk there that starts, and the sidewalk goes straight for about 20, 30, 40 feet, something like that, and it kind of curves to the right because it's going with the edge of the property that's behind my apartment, which is a storage facility, so the sidewalk curves to the right. And so I'm walking straight, and right as I'm going around the curve to the right, on the sidewalk, some fucking dickhead is driving a motorcycle on the fucking sidewalk straight at me. And this is right after, so I believe this was...
Like a fucking Harley?
No, like, well, yeah, like a chopper, but not like a Harley, but it was like beat the fuck up. Like, it was a shitty motorcycle. So, this was on Thursday, right before Mike and I podcasted, because I had texted him, like, hey, I just got home, I'm going to hit the store, and I'll be on. He was like, cool, hit me up. And so I told him about this already, but we had finished work on Thursday, and we were on the way to my house, and Jay was like, hey, do you want to hit this vape pen? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. So I took 2 huge... Dude, I was stoned as fuck again. I need to fucking not hit that vape pen anymore before I go to the store.
You need to stop being a bitch.
Dude, but I was stoned, man. I'm lucky I wasn't looking at my phone too, because I come around, and I thought I was imagining it at first, but I come around the corner of the sidewalk, and a motorcycle is coming directly at me. I do. What's up?
Let me tell you 2 things. I hit my friend's vape pen at work the other night because
oh man,
she brought it into work, and I was like talking to her, and she was like, "What?" And this is before I hit the vape pen. I was talking to her, she was like, "What?" And I said it again, and she's like, "What?" And I said it again, she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm so stoned right now. What?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's all good. You fucking go figure your shit out. Live your best life. Go fucking
live your best life." How rude.
She's like, well, my vape pen's over there if you want to go hit it. And I hit that shit, dude. I was so high at work. I was like, my eyes were fucking glazed over like a motherfucker.
Nice.
And then on the way to work that day, this fucking big ass fucking chopper, like full size fucking chopper motorcycle, man, came. So in Massachusetts, it's illegal for motorcycles to go between cars when cars are at a standstill.
Yeah.
So I haven't experienced that in like 10 years. This motherfucker just was like, whoa, right past me the other day, and I was like, holy shit, because I was just like our cars are like pretty fucking close together. This guy is just fucking hauling ass between these cars, just like hoping that someone doesn't like try to get over fucking last second or whatever.
Can you guess where that's also illegal but people still do it anyway?
Texas.
Motherfucking Texas. Don't mess with Texas, bro. Hey, you know that whole "don't mess with Texas" thing was an anti-littering campaign?
I did not.
It was actually started as an anti-littering campaign. Don't mess with Texas. Get it? Mess.
That's gay.
Yeah, I know. So this fucking motorcycle is coming right at me, and the dude for some reason was looking down, like at the sidewalk or a gauge or some shit like that. I jump, well not jump, but like scoot, I boot scoot and boogie to my right as he's looking up and seeing me. He missed me by inches, and as he's passing me,
not looking.
no, he was looking down at something. I don't know what. It all happened in like a split second because, like I said, I'm coming around, like I'm going on the sidewalk.
The first rule they teach you when you start learning how to ride a motorcycle is
well, I'll explain to
wherever
you.
you're looking is where you're going. So, like, if you're looking down, like, you have a good chance of putting your bike down. You know, like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this. So I'm coming around the sidewalk, and it's like directly on the edge of this storage facility property, and there's like a big fence around the property. So I'm coming around the corner of the sidewalk, and so he didn't even see me as I'm rounding the corner. You know what I mean? And he was like looking down at something, so I boot scoot and boogie my way to my right as he's looking up and seeing me, and then as he sees me, he wouldn't, dude, what I'm saying is, if I didn't move, he wouldn't have even had enough time to register that I was there, and he probably just would have hit me. So I scooted to the right. As he's looking up, he notices that I'm there after it was too late, makes eye contact with me right as I'm saying, "What the fuck?" Like, and he just fucking keeps going on the fucking sidewalk, dude. Like, could you imagine? And so I turn around and watch him, and he fucking continues along the sidewalk, goes along the grass, crosses my street, and continues driving along the grass where there's no sidewalk, along like the main road next to where I'm like, what the fuck? But I caught enough of a look at this guy to discern that, oh, this motherfucking crackhead is riding a shitty, like, dude, it was a beat the fuck up motorcycle. Like, it didn't even have plates on it. Like, he wouldn't have even been street legal. This dude came from the fucking trailer park that's on the other side, because there's the storage facility that's next to my house is a pretty big facility, and next to that is a trailer park. So I'm like, oh, this fucking dude came from the trailer park, and almost fucking ran me over. Which in normal cases I'd be like, fuck it, I'll take your fucking money, dude, run me over. And he wasn't going that fast, but still, I probably would have been pretty fucked up. But like, yeah, that guy wouldn't have stopped. Like, no guy fucking riding from a trailer park on a shitty motorcycle on a side. Like, this motorcycle, from what I could tell, looked so beat up that he was probably lucky that he got it to start, you know? Anyway, so that was fun.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah, right. He's not the crackhead we need, but he's the crackhead we deserve.
That's hilarious. So, back to this Taylor thing.
Yeah, how did Taylor not hear about Mudvayne, but he was so into Slipknot? That's like, they like hold hands. That's what I was saying. They hold hands, bro.
Like both of their first records came out around the same time, 1999.
Well, no, Slipknot was 97, their first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but Mudvayne was like trying to emulate like their style quite hard.
Yeah, and they had like makeup and stuff. You know, I clicked on that video before I went to the store, and you know what I noticed that I'd never noticed before?
What's that?
The only two people in that video are the bassist and the singer, Rhino and whatever the fuck, Chad.
That's not, dude. I just watched the video this morning. I fucking watched the drummer playing. I watched the guitar player playing.
Oh, well, I kind of like skimmed through different parts and watched like 30-second pieces.
Did you watch the actual video, or did you watch the one that Coleman said?
No, I watched the one, not the 10-hour one, but the one that you sent after he sent it.
Yeah, all the members are in that.
Oh. It just seemed like it was mostly, I guess it must have just mostly been, what the fuck is that guy's name? Chad, Fuck. Chad, why the fuck do you listen to this podcast? But that was actually I was into that band so much. I made when I took a computer technology class in high school, we had to just create a separate email account for that class, and I named it after the bass player Rhino, Rhyknow. And then the teacher was looking through the email registry, assigning all of us to it, and he was like, "Who is Freakno?" I was like, "That's me, dude. It's Rhino." Badass bass player.
I can't remember because I haven't like looked through my box like, shit in a long time. But
It's not Chad Zumach, is it?
I think I have a signed CD by them somewhere. Like I think I met them on a time, but I can't remember.
Well, I know we met Atreyu together.
Yeah, but like I went to a bunch of other shows, like
Yeah.
like you know, Scott, shit like that.
Oh yeah, you have a bunch of signed stuff.
So funny because like I just don't care about like meeting bands anymore. Like if a band was like, "Hey, you want to grab a beer?" I'd be like, "Sure," but like stand in line to like meet someone anymore, nah.
Yeah, like you stand in line to meet them, like, "Hey, I'm gonna think you suck in 5 years." Like, nice to meet you.
Again, it's like a little bit of that, and it's also like just like a little bit of like cool. I just wasted time standing in this line for them to be like give me like a half-ass like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah, I could have been podcasting, bro. Dude, I was like so into them. I remember, you remember that CD Lost and Found by Mudvayne?
Yeah.
Dude,
that's the one I have signed.
when that shit came out, Coleman and I still remember exactly what my stereo was like. Coleman would bring that CD over, and we would just jam that shit out. What's up?
The one that was all dented because you kept punching the speakers.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I remember that one fondly. I remember. Dude, we used to listen.
That one that was all dented because you kept punching the speakers? Yeah, that one. Dude, I lost my virginity listening to Slipknot on that stereo.
Yeah, we used to fucking play so much Linkin Park on that.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Reanimation and shit. I remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember I went through 2 Reanimation discs.
Yes, I remember that. I did also. I have another one that is also my second one.
Yeah, because your first one, you showed it to me for the first time, and I was like, "Yo, this shit is tight as fuck," right? And then, but it kept skipping on a couple tracks. So one day you like got up and you like whipped it at your fucking, you're like, "Rah!"
Yeah.
You like shattered. So I was like, so the next time I fucking went to Victorville with my dad, I went and bought a copy, and we listened to that so much that one
That it burned out, yeah.
No, and it started, and I remember this. This is back when you were like a little shit to me sometimes, because we were sitting there and you were like, "What the fuck?" And I think you must have forgot or you just didn't care, but you like pulled my copy out and you threw that against the wall too. And I was like, "Dude, that's my CD." And you're like, "Oh shit, my bad." So I was like, "All right, well, I'll go fucking get us another copy." Okay, next time I'm in Victorville.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I almost threw up.
You doing alright?
Nope.
Oh, dude, that sounds so gross. Are you vomiting?
No. But I can. Or maybe I should throw up on the podcast.
It sounds like you're vomiting. It's like...
No. It's like there's a bunch of like...
Can I get you some soup?
Oh, God, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna throw up just listening to you.
There's stop talking for a second, please.
Dude, dead air on the podcast.
Yeah, it'll be all right. There's a bunch of saliva coming into my mouth, and I'm trying to swallow it, but
what just happened to you? You were like good a second ago. I was in your
no,
vomit.
No, it was like a weird. You know how my gag reflex is really weird. There's like probably a bunch of foam in my throat, and I coughed weird, and like some phlegm and a burp, or some foam and a burp tried to get out at the same time, and it like triggered my gag reflex. So then a bunch of saliva started coming. So even though there's really nothing in my stomach to throw up, I like my body was like doing the motion of throwing up. That's what you heard. I'm just trying to like make it stop right now. Oh, sorry, man. Dude, seriously,
well,
almost.
Not throw up. You can throw up with the edge.
Dude, seriously, almost every morning. I'd say 5 out of 7 days of the week. Every morning when I fucking brush my teeth, I fucking almost like throw up. Not almost throw up, but I get like that thing like blah blah. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's fucking annoying, man.
When's the last time you had a physical?
A what?
A physical.
I've never
got checked out.
Oh my god, that's one of my fucking things. I've never had a physical.
Hey man, well, you should probably get checked out. We should probably like get you at a physical on the podcast.
I know, right? It's gonna be really hard to get a doctor to come to my bedroom. I could just find some random crackhead from the trailer park, like, hey man, come to my bedroom and give me a physical. And he's like, what do? I don't know, grab my balls or whatever.
You gotta get a pedophile.
Yeah, dude. No.
They know the body pretty well.
Oh yeah, it is true. Hey, I'm asking because I know the answer to this, but I'm just curious if you do. Do you know why you have to turn your head to the side and cough when the doctor grabs your balls?
Because it makes your fucking balls contract.
No, you have to turn your head to the side so you don't cough right in their face. That's why they ask you to turn your head to the side. Is because if you're facing forward, you would just like cough in their fucking face.
I'm gonna start coughing in their face. Like, you're gonna at least fucking get my warm breath on your neck.
Yeah, you can get a fucking mouthful of this Chipotle breath or whatever. Oh, anyway, so that was weird. So what the fuck were we talking about before I almost threw up? Oh yeah,
Again, how you threw my copy
yes.
of the animation.
I apologize for that again. I must have just been... Dude, I was fucking angry as a teenager, man. Like, I wasn't like... Dude, as I look back on, like, different events that happened in my life, I was so polarized. Like, I was either the sweetest person ever or the angriest... the angriest fucking dickhead ever at some point, you know?
Yeah, there was a lot of times I was like, man, that's fucked up, Mark. Why are you talking to me like that?
I apologize, dude.
It's all good. It's all in the past. I mean, it's like fun to kind of like reminisce about it now. But
I'm happy that you stayed friends with me.
There was a time when I was like, man, you gotta check out this band, Killswitch Engage. Like, you know, obviously, like, they have a couple good records or whatever. They've done
As Daylight Dies, bro.
But I remember when I first showed them to you, like, this band fucking sucks, man. I fucking hate these band gay shit you're listening to. And then, like, I went home, and then I came and visited you, like, fucking a month or two later, and you were like, hey, man, have you heard this fucking record as Daylight Dies? I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I'm sorry, man.
Okay, dude.
But, like, there's also times I'm sure that you must have thought, like, oh my god, Mark is the nicest person ever. I'm so glad he's in my life. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Steve, you fucking retard? You know what I mean? Like, dude, I wish I could just, like, I wish I could, like, say if you could, like, pause time right now and just, like, watch a tape of what happened from, like, 14 to 18 or something like that, and then instantly come back, like, whoa, what a fucking weird person that was,
Hey, man, I'm sure I was just as cringy as you, I don't think I was nearly as aggressive as you, but I'm sure I
Oh,
was like,
no, you weren't as aggressive as me, but I remember probably that same time when you came to visit me and I was like, hey, have you heard of Kill Switch Engage? And you were like, what the fuck, dude? I'm pretty sure it was probably that time where you found out that I started smoking cigarettes and you sat at, like, a adjacent park bench away from me and my friends that I introduced you to. You just sat over there for like 30 minutes because you were so upset with me that I was smoking cigarettes.
yeah, I was so young, man. I was like,
I know.
all I wanted was the best for you, and I was like, Mark's gonna die.
And then 12 years later, you're like, yep, Mark's a fucking shitty human being. He's probably gonna die. But I've come to terms with it. Oh, man. I fucking loved that record at the time, though, As Daylight Dies. I remember. Yeah, I'm thinking of the song, the first song the first song is called Daylight Dies, not As Daylight Dies, but that fucking song was a banger, dude. And what was the one, Eye of the Storm, I believe it was called, track 8. That shit was a banger, dude. I remember my homie Nestor and I used to walk around, and he had that shit on his PSP, and he would just jam that shit out of his PSP while we're walking around that album. That shit was fun.
I got that record on vinyl. I like it.
Oh, nice. Do you even listen to your vinyls anymore?
There's storage right now.
Yeah. Do you have like a storage facility or a storage unit rented out or what?
No, they're in my room here, but the record player's in the garage in a box. Like, basically, once I start getting a little more free reign in the house, I'll probably like go to IKEA. I like a nice like bookshelf that like the records on that you can put the record table there on top of the speakers and shit.
Get some free meatballs while you're at it.
They're not free, homie.
Those meatballs aren't free?
No, you have to pay for that shit.
What the fuck? I thought the meatballs were free. I've never actually been to an IKEA.
Yeah. They have like a restaurant there. Like you can eat there. It's not free though.
Oh, I thought they just gave out like free samples of meatballs and shit. Oh, okay. IKEA is the world's leading distributor of meatballs.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I've assembled IKEA furniture and would you call like a bathroom vanity a furniture? That's technically furniture, right? Like your vanity in the bathroom. Yeah, I've assembled a bunch of those before, but
I
never
have
been.
no idea.
Never been to one. I'm pretty sure a old lady has a crush on me. This old lady, we do work. She's a real estate agent. We do work for her, and she always likes to like grab on my arm and stuff and like kind of rub it a little bit as she's talking to me.
How old is she?
Oh, she must be 60 at least.
You should hit that.
Nah, man. But we've worked at her house before, and I've seen a picture of her that looks like it's from like the 70s, and she used to be hot as fuck, dude. I was like, damn, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh shit, that's her. She was hot as fuck back in the day. But we were at her house yesterday for a quick minute, and she was talking to Jay, and then as we were about to leave, she came up to the passenger side of the truck and was talking to me for a second. She like rubbed on my arm for a second. I was like, oh shit, this lady wants the dick or just some companionship or something. I was like, I'm not gonna give you either of those.
This lady just wants to sit around and podcast.
Oh man, she doesn't even know what a podcast is.
Little do you know, she's like, that's all she wants in life.
She's like, yo, Joe Rogan is the shit. Hey, did you?
I heard this dude at the bar last night. He was like, you know, I've listened to enough of Joe Rogan at blase, and this dude was like older. I'm like, you know, that's gonna be like the cringiest shit for people to hear, because like, I appreciate Joe Rogan, but
you said
other people like, yo, I listened to enough Joe Rogan that I have like this understanding of the world, like this like fucking.
Oh, God, that is fucking cringy. You've listened to enough Joe Rogan that you can emulate how he talks and fucking see. You've listened to enough Joe Rogan that you can see things the way he sees things, which is just one person's perspective on the world.
You can see the way he sees things, which is fucking brain and all burnt out with so much pot.
Mm. Dude, so I'm on like I listen to all of the current Joe Rogan episodes going on, but I'm also up to episode 730 something from starting from number 1, and I actually disagree with Rogan on a bunch of shit, and you know what I mean, like, but I think that's why I like listening to him, is just because if you only surround yourself with stuff that you agree with, you never get challenged. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, one of the things that I love about listening to Rogan is when he has guests on, and then he not like plays devil's advocate, but just comes from like a ignorant perspective on the subject that his guest is talking about, and then you actually learn a different perspective of thinking, you know what I mean? Like, he has all kinds of different people on. He has people from left, right, gay, straight, libertarian, fucking conservative, you know what I mean? So it's like it's really cool. I really do appreciate that about his podcast, is that he is not afraid to talk to people and disagree with them and stuff, you know?
Well, that's why they're saying, like, you know, he's like the Walter Cronkite of our generation, whatever, you know? Like, he goes out there and interviews every motherfucker, like, and he's like one of the only people out there that's like doing that and having like civil conversations without like, you know, blowing it out of proportion or using it as like a media attack or anything like that. Like,
yeah.
He's like, hey man, I brought you here. We don't agree on everything, but just man, talk shit out. You know, I just want to hear what you got to say.
And plus,
and you said that there's been times where he's gotten into like yelling matches with people, but
oh, dude, there was a couple fucking ones that I even got a little uncomfortable, and I wasn't even there. I'm just listening to it. I'm like, oh shit, this is uncomfortable.
But that was not the intent of the conversation when you brought it there. Like, you know,
oh, right,
a lot of times, like CNN, like bring people on, and
right.
then, like, you know,
that's
start attacking them.
That's another thing too, because they only have someone on for like 4 minutes on a clip. He fucking sits down with someone for 3 hours and really fucking gets down to what people are talking and thinking about, you know?
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, CNN was like, we got 4 minutes, and we're gonna fucking attack this dude. We're gonna ask him all sorts of questions to see if he like slips up and fucking gives a bad answer, and then we're gonna use that against him.
So Steve Yonker, you've been accused of being a racist. Why are you racist? And you basically gotta defend why you're not racist. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But like Joe Rogan doesn't do that. He's like, you know, fucking sits there and just tries to have an open conversation, which is, I think, is
Dude, he's been his podcasts have been fucking killing it lately too, man. Like he's been having like it's almost like they're getting better and better every time.
like I don't agree with fucking Donald Trump at all. Like, and I know Joe Rogan doesn't either. Like, I know Joe Rogan's been like doing a couple things he's done that's like been kind of good, but like, you know, majority of it is bad. But like after this presidency, like I think it'd be like really really cool for, you know, like Donald Trump and Joe Rogan to fucking like have a podcast. Like it would be like kind of bullshit, but it would just be interesting to see like.
Oh, it would be
Joe
dope,
Rogan
man.
Trying to have a civil conversation with this dude. And not like attacking the media, you know.
Well, can I tell you something? I wholeheartedly believe that if either Andrew Yang or Tulsi Gabbard win the election, the next election, I bet that they would go on his podcast as the president. That'd be pretty fucking interesting. You know.
It would be interesting.
Because Andrew Yang has been on once and Tulsi Gabbard has been on twice, and they're both running in the next election. So I'm sure they would probably find a way to have enough time to do his podcast. That'd be pretty fucking cool. He'd have to like clear out his whole studio, like get everything out of there.
Fucking Secret Service everywhere.
Yeah, that's like when Obama did Mark Maron's podcast. They had CIA and Secret Service all over the fucking place. They had snipers on Mark Maron's roof of his, like, he just lives in a regular neighborhood. They had snipers on his roof when Obama came to do his podcast.
Oh, she's crazy, man.
I wanted to ask you, did you watch that video?
Oh shit! Did I leave that DMT in
I
that
know
fucking drawer over there? I better not say anything.
Did you watch that video I sent to the chat the other day? It was the deep learning algorithm did a Joe Rogan. Like, they...
yeah, dude.
Dude, that shit was creepy.
Someone else sent that to me, because I had forgotten about it. Basically, I can't, like, look at my phone at work, and generally I get out of work and there's, like, a bunch of text messages. Sometimes things slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
Like that. Someone else had also said that to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to watch this part. I watched it, and I was like, dude, this is fucking scary as fuck.
I think, like, if you played that for me, I'd be like, this isn't real, because I've listened to enough of him that I would be like, this isn't real. But if you played that to, like... Well, yeah, and if you played that to the average person, they might not know that it was fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell it's still fake.
Barely, though.
But, yeah, the reason I know it's too fake is because I've also listened to enough of him that I know that he slurs his words a little more than, like, the way that fucking AI and robot talks, you know?
Yeah, it was a little too crisp, the way he was speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, can I tell you something about myself? When I was trying to clip that clip from the podcast last night, I jumped around a bunch, and I was like, wow, 2.5 hours in, I sound a little spoopy. Like, I don't sound the same as I did in the first 20 minutes of the podcast. Oh, dude. So Mike had technical difficulties, like, I don't know, 20 minutes in or something. So I played the technical difficulties song on YouTube on a loop and ranted for like 6 minutes about I have no fucking idea what. I have no idea what I ranted about, but I just kept talking and talking and talking.
Like, the goddamn Jews.
Das Juden. No, I don't think I said anything about Jews. If I remember correctly,
I know, I'm just fucking making a joke.
I know. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Mike was asking a question about...
Not do jokes anymore around here?
Hey! That's my line. If I remember correctly, Mike was asking me a question about why certain people discriminate against certain other people, and then he fell out while I was trying to answer the question, so I just ranted. Maybe I did talk about Jews, shit. But, I just kind of ranted for like 5 or 6 minutes until he got back, and I was like, hey, he's back, and I stopped playing the music.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Mike is back. Wait, no, he's not. Because he fell out again shortly afterwards.
I got the joke. Thanks.
This fucking blunt right here is extra tasty, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna get silly on this podcast. So what's the plan for today, man? What are you doing?
Gotta work at 9 o'clock. So that'll be fun.
You're free until then?
For the most part, yeah.
Nice. Let's do an 8-hour podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Let's not.
Oh man, me blunt went out. You know, it was right around hour 6 where you guys really started to heat up. Hey, you remember fucking, not this past Easter, but the one before? Oh, no, it wasn't Easter. It was just a random Sunday. We podcasted for 9 hours and there was like no dead air. Like, what the fuck were we talking about? You know what I mean?
Dude, we got drunk as fuck that day. And we
Yeah.
took a nap and we got back up and we were like, yo, so I took a nap and I was dreaming about this.
Oh, you remember what happened? We podcasted for like 3 hours and we're like, all right, let's get off of here. Right when we got off, Coleman got on and we're like, fuck it, right back in, boys, let's do this shit. And then we took a nap after that.
Then Mike or Taylor got on later, right?
Yeah, that was when he roasted the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it was good.
I know. God, he fucking maliciously roasted the fuck out of me. I think it's because we haven't talked in so long. He was like, let me get all this shit out. I spent like 45 minutes just trying to ask him how he was, and he was like, you told a suicide girl that your dick was 10 inches, Mark. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. It was a joke, and my dick is 10 inches. He was like, no, it's not, you fucking piece of shit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, God damn, Taylor. Oh yeah, the next morning I thought it was hilarious.
At that time, you get so quiet. You're like, fuck.
Like, geez, dude. Pizza. Does anyone like pizza? No pizza. No, Mark. Pizza's fucking gay. You fucking piece of shit. Like, okay, fine. Jeez. Oh, fun times. Yeah, I'm gonna put this fucking blunt out again. God damn. Oh.
Yeah, Taylor's a weird cookie, man. I love that dude, but he's over here like, what's Mudbait? Anyways, about the Romanovs that died in a basement.
Oh my god, that was my favorite shit that he's ever... excuse me. That's my favorite time that he's ever been on the podcast. I was like, I had to fucking call him out on that shit. I'm like, bro, you can't just fucking say that shit like everyone knows what you're talking about. Like, come on, dude.
I think he does it as like a humble brag. Like, look at my level of intelligence. I know history facts that you couldn't even imagine.
It's not intelligence, it's just like learning about shit. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell him, I could make him look like a dumbass when it comes to like skateboarding or fucking hanging a piece of sheetrock or something, but his thing is like history, and it's like, wait, no one fucking...
Don't get me wrong, I think it's cool that, you know...
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Oh, it's cool, like,
sure.
if it's cool that someone's passionate about what they're into, you know what I mean? Like...
For sure.
I love
like,
when I see people that are like really into what they're doing, you know?
Yeah, me too. But that being said, what I don't like is like I like when people are like, "Hey, I know this shit, and like let me tell you about it as like an educational thing."
Yeah.
What I don't like is when people are like, "Hey, I know this shit, and I'm gonna use it so that you
Motherfucker.
know that
You don't know who Alexander's third wife was, you fucking piece of shit.
know that I'm smarter than you kind of shit."
Yeah. I didn't mean... Well, I kind of did mean to interrupt you. I was trying to, like, do a interrupty joke. Like, well, sorry. Anyway, yeah. No, I like Taylor, though, man. He's funny.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love Taylor. You guys are like brothers.
me and him are brothers with each other, or you and him, or me and him are brothers to you?
Me.
That guy's not my brother, man. I'm kidding.
That guy's not my brother.
No, I'm just fucking around. Taylor, why the fuck do you listen to this podcast? No, I love that guy, man. He's funny. I wish he was around more.
Yeah, me too. He's been playing more PS4 shit lately.
Yeah, I think when he was texting like, guys, I'm back in the podcast. Like, and then I saw him playing Days Gone. I kind of figured it was like the God of War thing where, yeah, he's going to be on until he's done with his game.
He's already started playing a new game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He got fucking sucked back in, bro. He's like, this isn't healthy for me. And then he fucking started playing. Oh, it's so fun.
Well, he was playing fucking the goddamn Xbox.
Oh, he was playing like video games like the whole time, but he switched over to Xbox. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a 360, and then I realized, yeah, that's just gay. And I came back. Dude, do you remember, I'm sure you do remember, but one of my favorite memories, especially a memory with you, well, one of my favorite gaming memories, and one of my favorite memories with you, is when we spent like 6 hours on the 360 playing Halo 3, trying to get that fucking trophy with your cousins in Washington.
Oh, that was a good time.
That was so fun.
This when we played Halo on Legendary, but like we were trying to take shots every time we fucking died, and it got to the point where we were too fucked up and had to go to bed.
My
and then
God.
The next day, we finished it hung the fuck over.
They used to say that playing Halo on Legendary on co-op will ruin a friendship. That just brought us even closer.
I remember you were throwing up in the desert out back.
Yes, that was when we were drinking. You were into that fucking Black Label shit. Is that what it was called? Black Velvet?
Black Velvet.
Black Velvet, man. That shit made me hawk my fucking intestines up. God damn, we were drinking. That was right when Coke Zero came out, I believe, too. Like right around the time we were drinking that shit with Coke Zero, and I threw all that shit up. We got extra fucked up, dude. Nostalgically, but Halo 3 was a fucking good ass time too.
Well, I played it like split screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, the
Like,
campaign was pretty fun sometimes. Yeah. It was pretty fun. Like you could like do all kinds of glitches and shit. You could get the you know the what was it called? The big fucking robot with the, it looked like a spider that was like going like, I think it had 8 legs, but it was like as big as buildings. Yeah, you could get the gun that thing had through a glitch in the game, and so you could just have that fucking gun in your hand and just fucking obliterate any enemies all at once. Like, that shit was fun as fuck, man. Was it called the Scorpion? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, that shit was fun, man.
Not as fun as Dot Hack.
Oh no. You can't put 2 TVs on top of each other with Halo, man. So the fucking...
Actually, you can. It's called a LAN party, but anyway.
We had a LAN party without cables, man. We're not gay. We got a good LAN party going on here. So yesterday, I fucking go over to, I go over by myself to fucking fuckhead's house yesterday morning. And, yeah, I knock, wait a second, knock. I use the key, hello, nothing. So I start to get to work and stuff. About an hour later, this motherfucker, I had my headphones in, he scared the fuck out of me. I just see something moving in my peripheral vision. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this dude just waking up and he's fucking in his boxers, man? I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like...
You're like, what a fuckhead.
if I was in a fucking locker room, I wouldn't give a fuck if dudes are walking around naked. We're in a locker room, but like, fuck, man, I don't want to see you in your fucking boxers right now, dude.
Was he all like, yo,
oh, hey, good morning, how's it going? Oh, terp, 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 terp. I'm like,
copy.
no, but I was just like, hey, how are you? And he was like, oh, another fucking, he was like, another hectic, crazy-filled day. I gotta go down to Austin and get to work and blah, blah, blah. And we have we're short one staff member, so it's gonna be crazy, but that's more money for me, you know? And I'm like, dude, can you fucking get out of my fucking area with you and your fucking boxers right now? I'm surprised.
Another rainy Tuesday.
It's time for niggas to eat a wet pussy.
That's funny.
I fucking... I was just like, dude, this is not... I should have went to college. I'd rather...
That's hilarious.
Fucking then... I'd almost rather be racked with fucking debt until I'm 60 than ever had to meet this guy.
Dude, this dude has like made you contemplate everything about your life where you've gone wrong just because he comes out in his boxers. So fucking funny.
You know I'm embellishing a little bit, but like, yeah, it was just like, God damn it, man, like, why, what am I doing, man? Why am I here? I don't really, well, no, I owe some people some stuff, but in like a broad general sense, like, I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have to do this. I can just leave right now of my own volition if I want to. You know what I mean? Fun times. Now I'm all high. I'm in my head and shit.
Maybe I should have gone to college.
No, I think it's... I don't know. It's kind of like, on one hand, all the information you could ever want, like I'd say 95% of all the information you could ever want exists on the internet now. But the internet doesn't give out a certificate when you read all of the information. So.
It should. You have completed Internet 1. Please download Internet 2.
You have completed Final Fantasy Hentai Volume 1.
Now we're talking.
Get it? Callback. Chippa chippa. What else we got, man? I haven't talked to you since Tuesday.
That?
I said, what else we got, man? I haven't talked to you since Tuesday.
Hold on, I gotta fucking turn down all the audio in this some more, because anytime I fucking really start getting into a gunfight, I can't hear the fuck you're trying to do.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Mike on the phone yesterday, and I'm trying to. So he was in the. He texted me like, "Hey, I'm in the crane today, so if you want to, you can call me if you want." So I call him, and for like the first 20 minutes of our conversation, I talked to him for like an hour and a half. He couldn't understand the fact that whenever the walkie-talkie is going off right next to his face, I can't hear what he's saying. It took him like 20 minutes to get it, because I'm like, Mike, I can't fucking hear what you're saying when the walkie-talkie's going off. He's like, oh, and then he keeps talking while the fucking walkie-talkie's talking also. And then he's talking to them. I'm like, Mike, just tell me when to stop talking, because I can't talk to you while the walkie-talkie's going, because I can't even fucking hear myself barely. You know what I mean? It took him like 20 minutes to get it. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, dude, hold on. Let me fucking... We were talking about chicks jerking you off the other night. And At one point, Mike was like, "I'd rather say fool than let a chick jerk me off because she's so bad at it."
Dude, it's true though.
And I was like, I'd rather let a chick jerk me off than have to talk to Mike. And he was like, dude, that hurts, man. Of course I was kidding, but like, oh my God, he was like, I'd rather say fool than get jerked off by a chick.
Dude, I have had some uncomfortable hand jobs, that's all I can say.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. I was telling him that the first chick I ever, what's up, Rachel? The first chick I ever was sexually active with, I loved when she gave me a hand job because that's the first chick that ever touched my dick. You know what I mean? But every other one, it was just new and exciting. Every other one since then is like, just fucking put it somewhere else. Like, get it out of there.
Put it in your mouth.
Put it in somewhere. Like, I told Mike the mouth is my third favorite hole, and he was like, yeah, there's only 3 holes. And I was like, yeah, that's why I said my mouth is the third favorite one.
There's
and
only
then
3 holes if you're a bitch.
I had this homie, Kendra, what's up, Kendra, who was convinced that there was another hole inside the asshole. And of course, he was a virgin and never fucked anybody and lost his virginity to a
You should
prostitute.
have been like, you're right, there is. Go find it.
Yeah, go find it. Put on your fucking miner's cap and go find that shit. Fucking, then Mike, I was like, yeah, so that mouth is my third favorite hole. And he was like, man, blah, blah, blah. And I said, man, I'd rather just fucking, instead of a hand job, just like put your elbow on it or something. Mike was like, yeah, just fucking flick it or whatever. You know, I was dying laughing.
Just flick it.
It's better than a hand job. Like, what makes you think that you can do this better than I do?
That's hilarious.
I think that might be Joe Rogan's joke, actually. Like that line, like, what makes you think you can do this better than I can? That might, like, because he had a whole bit about it. Like, I'm not trying to bite his bit or whatever, but I think he kind of said the same thing. Like, what makes you think you can do it better? Like, bitch, this is my dick. Like, I know it.
There's so much going on in this game right now, and all I want to do is swim.
Well,
I'm
describe what's going on.
doing a timed mission where I gotta place all these posters. You know, it's all on the path of becoming a king.
It's all on the path of getting to the border of the land.
And basically, fucking what keeps happening is that they like put out like a bunch of motherfucking enemies that are just fucking like just trying to kill me, basically.
Yeah. Remember in Final Fantasy 15, the chick that you had to go find all those frogs for?
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
It's all on the path of becoming a king, bro. You think Queen Elizabeth just like runs around and warp strikes fucking behemoths and shit? No, man. She fucking has to go find frogs every once in a while too, man.
Bro, let me send you this fucking video.
Yeah, dude, that's what we started the fucking podcast out with. I forgot all about that shit.
Kel?
Give me 1 second. I'm climbing up the ladder to get me good pick. Then I gotta go dig out an emerald, and then I will watch this video. Chicka, 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 chicka.
Yeah, so I saw this shit and I was like,
yeah, baking soda.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
I'm gonna guess that it's not like some Boston Dynamics robot shit. I bet it's like some like shit, like some dumb shit that someone did. Hey, did you see the guy that fucking flipped a swing over the swing set, and as it was coming back around, he did a front flip? Yeah,
That shit was
dude.
crazy.
I thought
man.
I thought that was fake at first, and I was like, no, dude, that dude really fucking. Dude, how fucking much do you have to practice for that, right?
Hey man, only one way to get to Carnegie Hall.
What is it? Practice?
Practice.
Oh yeah, Inglourious Bastards. Damn, how did I miss that?
Look, that's actually a famous line that they used to say back in the 40s.
Well, brother, we ain't in the business of taking prisoners. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
We ain't in the business of taking prisoners. We're in the business of killing Nazis. Oh no, we ain't in the prisoner taking business. We're in the Nazi killing business, and cousin business is a booming. You hear that? Yeah. That's the bear Jew. Now, Warner, you take your Wiener Schnitzel looking finger and point out on that map what I need to know, or I'm calling the bear Jew. He's gonna beat your ass to death with a baseball bat. I respectfully refuse. God, I need to watch that shit again. That's like, that whole like 20-minute chunk of that movie, the second chapter, is like one of the best fucking parts of any movie, you know? It's just fucking
sure.
beautiful.
So
And it's like, it totally feels like that could have actually happened, but it has like that modern flair of like when they introduce Hugo Stiglitz, Sam Jackson starts narrating and they're playing that guitar, the electric guitar and shit.
Yeah.
That shit is just like, God, I can't wait to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, dude. Alright, so let me watch this video here. Let's see. For Loco for President. Let's see what this guy has to say.
That's delicious.
What the fuck? Do you actually... Are you like drinking it? So,
yeah.
Oh, okay, so for the listener at home, I'm looking at a device that appears to be a small copper, mug. It looks like it probably holds an ounce or two of liquid, and it has a similar structure to those little cereal bowls that kids have, where it has a straw built into it, so where the kid can...
It's a crack pipe. That's what it looks like.
It looks like a crack pipe that can hold enough crack for the rest of your life. But it's like a little device to brew like 2 ounces of coffee, so you can take like a little shot of coffee. So, okay, so there is a filter in the straw, so that way you don't drink the grinds. And there's a thermometer that doubles as a stirrer. You're supposed to get it to, what did it say, 140 degrees? Yeah, at that point, I'd just, like, dude, the fucking thing says they gentrified a crack pipe. That's hilarious.
Dude, it's white people shit, right?
Dude, that is totally white people shit.
Like, just fucking drink a cup of coffee, you fucking weirdo.
And at that point, if you're really like, dude, I'm gonna be out hiking for 4 days, wouldn't you just bring like a cup and some instant coffee? You know what I mean? Heat your water over the fire.
Dude. Like, stop being a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, stop. That's just for fucking yuppies, man. Like, oh, well, you know, they don't make the kind of coffee I like in instant coffee. All right, well, you're gonna go hiking, or you're not gonna have your or you're gonna have your coffee, or you're gonna go hiking. Like, you can't have both, dude.
They don't make coffee like they used to.
Remember that movie Passengers with Chris Pratt and old girl that hot
Lawrence.
yeah her. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Remember how they
if you go back to the podcast, we watched that movie around the same time and we talked about it.
Oh, but remember how they had when they went to the cafeteria, they just like insert their key card and it fucking like spits out a meal for them. Like, until we get to
Yeah.
that level of technology, just fucking take instant coffee if you're going into the woods. You'll be okay, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to spend the rest of your life in the woods, so when you come home, you can have your nice fucking cup of coffee. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't know, it just fucking bothers me that it's like, why? I guess I just don't understand the point.
Do you feel like
Can
it's
people,
do you feel like it's
can
using your
people,
creativity in like the wrong direction? Like, if you're that creative
I,
with coffee, couldn't you be that creative with like engineering or something? Like,
it it just makes me cringe in the fact that it's just fucking white people trying to be different. They're like, I'm gonna take this thing that is super annoying to do, but
and make it more annoying.
and make it not make it more annoying. But it's like, I'm gonna take this thing that's super annoying to do, and I'm gonna make it my thing because I want to be different and I want to stand out.
Well, it's not just white people though.
Like,
You know, everyone does that.
yeah, no. But it's like white people do take it to the extreme like this, like fucking.
You think it's more
You never,
white people than other people?
you've
Do you
never
think?
seen. Yeah, well, I'll put it this way: you ever see Mike Menarez making coffee like that?
I don't think Mike knows what coffee is. I don't know if he's ever had any. I'm pretty sure Mike has never had coffee.
Well, write that down.
Or-
We gotta ask him.
Let's see.
Ask him how he takes his coffee.
You want me to text him right now?
No. Well, I
Okay.
wanna hear.
Mike, coffee.
Mike, how do you drink your coffee?
With my
Coffee?
fucking mouth, stupid. I drink it with my fucking mouth, fool.
You guys drink that gay shit, fool?
Hey man, I'm sure you know about coffee enemas. What's up with that shit?
That's probably the only way Mike does drink his coffee, to be honest.
That's how Sally Beats makes Mike drink coffee. No, that's how Sally Beats drinks the coffee that comes out. Oh god, I don't want to think of that. I don't know why I said that, sorry.
I don't know.
That's taking it a little gross even for me. Yeah, I know Mike probably has tasted coffee before, but I'm pretty sure he vehemently dislikes coffee. Like, he's angry at it, I think.
That's hilarious.
Dude, coffee is like
So
my
angry
favorite
at everything.
thing. What's that?
Mike, we're gonna be so angry at everything.
I know, right? I like coffee is like my favorite thing, one of my favorite things. So there's like, as far as like things like drinks and, or excuse me, food and beverages. There's not ice cream sundae, root beer floats, cheesecake, bacon.
Ice cream sundaes.
Ice cream sundaes, no. I don't like ice cream. Well, I do. I love ice cream, but like once every like 2 years, I'll have like a little bit of ice cream. But
Dude, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm that infrequent. Like, I really like ice cream as well, but like, I think it's had to have been like 3-4 months since I've had ice cream.
oh yeah, dude, it's been at least a year and a half since I've had ice cream.
Dude, I knew this fat fuck that worked at Big Y. He eventually
Does this guy have a
died,
name?
Like, rest his soul.
Oh, he died. What's his name?
Yeah. His name was Mark Vitus.
Mark what?
Vitus.
What's up,
But
Mark
anyways,
Vitus? Rest in peace, Mark Vitus. Hope you're listening to this podcast.
every day he would go on break, he would eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's, and then
Oh,
he'd go get a
dude.
fucking, and then for his lunch he would order Chinese food from the Chinese food place next door. And
Every
eat
day?
all of that shit. Every day. That's why he died, dude. His heart stopped.
Damn, man. Even Ben and Jerry said you shouldn't eat ice cream every day. Like,
And
dude,
I wouldn't
seriously.
say like he was like grossly fat, but he was definitely obese. Like,
Yeah. Damn, man.
he like left behind 2 daughters and a wife, and he was like young as fuck, dude. He was like 35.
Damn. Rest in peace, Mark Bidas. You said Bidas, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, bro.
Shit sucks.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But like that actually happened to Ben of Ben and Jerry's. Like he fucking he had to have like stents put into his heart from just eating too much ice cream, man. It's just all like it's good to have fat in your diet, but that's not a healthy fat, and it's just so much sugar, man, you know.
Dude, like wilding out every now and then is, definitely okay, but you
Oh
can eat
yeah.
that shit all the time,
Hell yeah.
Like when you come and visit, like I go out of control.
Ah.
I eat whatever the fuck I want, whatever the fuck I want.
Like Mark is such a Mark is such a piece of shit. I'm on vacation. Let me act like him for a little while.
And I wouldn't be caught dead drinking Red Bull.
For real?
Nah, dude, I fucking hate that shit.
You hate like the taste or the way it makes you feel?
Tastes fucking disgusting.
Oh.
So fucking sweet, and it tastes like nothing fucking natural. And don't even start on that shit. I know exactly where your head's going.
What?
What is natural, Steve?
Oh no, man! I'm done talking to you about that. I'd love to talk to some of your friends about that though, just to annoy you and be like, "Hey, Steve, can you stop interrupting me? I'm having a conversation here." So is a beaver's dam natural? So how come a house isn't natural, man? We're all natural, bro. Drugs didn't come from space, bro. We made them out of stuff that was already here, bro. What's natural then? Oh yeah, dude, for sure. I do not like regular Red Bull. It's so sweet. I drink sugar-free Red Bull because it's the least sweet. It's a little too sweet for me too, but it's the least sweet of all of them, so I just drink that one.
Not as sweet as you are, Mark.
Oh, baby. You know how I love you.
I can drink you all day.
That's fucking weird, man. I did not expect you to say that. I would liquefy you and sip on you all day.
Tall drink of water, you.
Ooh, you're a tall drink of water. Fucking, love you so much. You're so sweet to me. So kind and loving. Tender. But yeah, cheesecake and fucking bacon, root beer floats, and coffee, man. That's my shit. That's why I only have it so rarely.
It's really good, but I feel like I can eat like a piece or two, like one, like in a year.
Yeah.
But like I'll fuck up on some fucking hot punch Sundays, like on the regular if I had my druthers,
Druthers. I just heard that word in a fucking Netflix. I think they said it on fucking New Girl this morning when I was watching. My druthers. That's such a weird thing to say.
Did you get to that episode where they're all talking about each other's fucking pet peeves that they had for each other? That shit's so fucking funny.
I don't know if I'm there or if I've already passed it yet. I mostly put it on when I watched the whole thing once, and I don't remember like I just remember like the main shit that happens. I don't remember like a whole bunch, but I mainly just put it on when I go to sleep. But
well, that episode was like really funny because sitting there talking about like fucking Schmidt like doesn't cut his toenails so he can hear him walking. He's like click clack. It's like shit is so fucking funny.
You know what episode was also really funny? The episode where Nick and Jess break up. It's like really sad that oh no they broke up, but it was fucking really funny episode.
One of my favorite episodes is when Schmidt moves out across the hallway.
Yeah.
He's like sitting there eating grapes and he's like crying in front of the fridge. He's like, my grapes. Oh. That shit fucking makes me laugh every time.
Yeah, and I just remembered. I know we're like all across the board with the conversation, but I believe Now, I am 95% sure that the last time I had cheesecake was when I came to visit you when you lived on High Street. And we went to the Cheesecake Factory in Boston. I believe that was the last time I had cheesecake. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Dude, that shit was ridiculous. I got the Snickers cheesecake. That was just fucking overly decadent. That's probably why I haven't had any more since then. I was like, that's enough cheesecake for like 8 years right there. But I fucking love a good cheesecake. No cherries, though. I don't like maraschino cherries, man. I like regular cherries, just not maraschinos. Dude,
I love regular cherries.
The first time I ever had a maraschino cherry, I threw up, man.
I don't know a single person that's like, give me that maraschino cherry.
Dude, I could tolerate them. Well, put it like this: if
I bet you Megan likes maraschino cherries.
Who?
I bet you Megan likes maraschino cherries.
Dude, should I text her?
You can if you want. That's gonna be like the kitchen in our relationship. Like I'm sorry, this is gonna work out. We're gonna just always buy maraschino cherries.
I'm just gonna text her out of the blue. Do you like maraschino cherries? Oh, spelling maraschino like a boss without spell spell correct.
Like that.
Yeah, dude. The first time I ever had a maraschino cherry, we were at like the what was that buffet in Washington? I think it was there in Washington. They have them nationwide, but it was like Old Country Buffet, I believe it was called. Do you remember something like that?
Oh yeah, I remember Old Country Buffet.
Dude, did you ever go to the one in Lakewood where there was that like sign with the fancy L on Lakewood in Washington?
I must have, because like we lived right there, and my parents would always take us to buffets because they're like we don't have groceries in the house, and we don't know when we're gonna get groceries again. We're getting heat up.
Megan says no, ellipses. Why?
Nothing, just asking.
No, I can't. I can't be that weird, man. I kind of want her to like me, so she doesn't not want you to talk to me.
That's some shit I would do, though. Just asking. Thanks. Argue later. That way, when she's talking to me later, she's like, "Fuck, does Mark want to know about
I know, right?
Cherries?"
But yeah, so I was like 7 or 8, and we were at the fucking Old Country Buffet, and my dad was like, "Just eat it to see if you try it," and I fucking ate it, and like I immediately had to go to the bathroom, and I threw up. And my fucking eyes were like watering so much, like it was fucking upsetting, dude. I was like, I'm never eating one of those. Like I can tolerate, I've since had them, I just don't like them at all. Like I can tolerate it, but I will say, oh, Megan says, yes, I'm listening right now. Oh shit, so she already knows what we're talking about. Anyway.
My other girlfriend off the podcast right now.
Steve, get your other girlfriend off the podcast. Here, stop talking. I'll play air horns. But I will say, I do not mind if a maraschino cherry is in a Shirley Temple. I like a Shirley Temple. You can call me a faggot if you want, but Shirley Temple tastes good.
I like Shirley Temples too.
Throw a nice little fucking swig of tequila or vodka in there. Chicka.
I'd rather some real cherries in there, though, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd probably be better. Would you want a pitted cherry or the pit still in?
Not pitted, because I'm not trying to chip a tooth. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah.
It's like olives. It's like I hate when I get olives that have the pits in them.
I've never had one.
I'm like, why can't they just pit everything? And like, I just don't have to risk fucking biting into something and chipping my tooth.
Oh, Megan says, tell me what you wanted to say but thought I wasn't going to like you. What I was actually saying, Megan, is Steve said you should just text her out of the blue, like, do you like maraschino cherries? And when you said no, why? Just be like, just asking. But what I was saying was, I don't want you to think I'm weird and not like me, because then you wouldn't want Steve to talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to seem like a weird dude just for the joke. Like, I'm just wanted to explain myself, you know?
Good one, Mark.
Good one. Oh, dude, I did that to Justin's wife for years. Like, when they were, like, just going out and stuff, I would just be weird and say weird shit and just not explain myself just because. That's probably why she doesn't like me to this day. But Justin always would be like, no, he's fucking around. She's like, well, why, blah, 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 blah. Like, cause he was fucking around. She was like, but that was weird. Like, yeah, he's joking with you. That's just how he makes jokes. Like, he makes bad jokes that no one laughs at and then pretends like it was funny. I do that shit all the time.
Dude, yeah, I love making jokes without explaining myself.
Dude, you know what's the fucking best joke? And I haven't...
Megan just texted me and she was like, fuck you, Steve.
Oh, man. Oh, because let me get my other girlfriend out of here?
Yeah.
Oh, Megan. Oh, did I already text her that she's handsome as fuck? Let me see here. Oh, yeah, I did already tell Megan that she's handsome as fuck. Nice jawline on that dude. That was one of the funniest fucking things I have seen in a long time.
What, Megan is a guy?
Yeah. Hey, dude, did you see the video of that dude doing Summer Lovin' from Grease in the car? And then he would switch his face?
Someone doing fucking Evanescence.
I saw that this morning. That one was a little like choppy with the editing, but this dude did Summer Lovin' from Grease, and he had the editing on point. So it was like as soon as the chick started singing, he was the chick. You know what I mean? It was fucking well done, and I was like, that dude's pretty cute, man. I think this is like gonna be a tool of the fucking transgender community to be like, hey, we're all the same, bro. Like, quit being so fucking homophobic. Well, no, I just don't want to have sex with a dude. Sorry.
There's definitely people that fucking have jerked off to the female versions of themselves.
Dude, I just texted that into the chat. I didn't text the actual link, but
I forgot you did that.
Dude, I read this dude's Today I Fucked Up about he was jerking off to his own self and his girlfriend found out. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. Megan, have you ever rubbed one out to your male self? Or no, not rubbed one out, rubbed one in. Have you ever rubbed one in looking at your male self? Leave a comment below. Yeah, rubbed one in. Just put one in there, you know. Go in the garage, knock the bikes off the ceiling, you know. That's just like my favorite way that someone's ever described how to finger a girl. Like, just pretend like it's a garage, bro. Go in the garage, knock the bikes off the ceiling.
That's so fucking stupid.
I know, I love it. Watch out for that weird tennis ball hanging off the ceiling. Fucking, what the fuck else are we talking about? I don't know either. Are you still like in a crazy firefight on your game?
Well, I'm trying to fucking finish this mission. It's like time that keeps fucking me up, man.
Oh, you keep failing it from time constraints?
Yeah, and now I'm gonna fail it because I got shot at.
How rude. Why don't you just ask them to leave you alone for a minute? Like, hey man, don't you see I'm fucking trying to do something here?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I wanted to tell you, oh fuck, right when I want to start like a little story is right when I want to light this blunt too. God damn it. So
Let's track of that story real quick.
yeah. So Joe Rogan had on this chick, Annie Jacobson, the other day, and I listened to it yesterday. And she was talking about how a source, and she never said the dude's name, but a source that she knew personally described.
Come on. come on. I got 9 seconds.
You got it, bro.
I did it with 4 seconds to spare, motherfucker.
Nice.
Woo.
So this chick was talking about how the source told her that in the fucking late 40s, early 50s, whenever it was, when the Roswell thing happened, right? She said that the source told her was that was a whole thing that we copied from Stalin, like the Americans copied from Stalin, where there were no real aliens, but they were actually human children that were afflicted with diseases that were surgically manipulated to look like what they thought aliens would look like, and then just dropped out of an airplane and crashed somewhere to make it look like aliens had landed. And we copied that from Russia because Russia did it a few months or years earlier. So the whole she was saying that this guy told her, because he was involved with it, that the whole Roswell incident was we ourselves dropped some surgically manipulated handicapped children out of the sky in a vessel that we thought what a UFO would look like, and just dropped it in New Mexico, and then that's where the whole thing came from. And they let enough information get out to where the Russians thought that we had an alien landing in USA. But we basically copied them because they did the same thing.
I gotta call Megan in an hour.
Can you imagine that shit?
But she's going to a barbecue, so I might be able to talk to her a little bit afterwards if you're around. Sorry to derail your conversation.
But can you believe that shit? Did you at least hear what I was talking about?
Yeah, that is fucking crazy.
And she was saying that the dude that told her was involved with the project, but he had a grandchild that had Down's syndrome. They would do it to Down syndrome kids and give them surgeries to make them look as if they were alien. And he the reason that he ever told anybody was because he had a grandchild with Down syndrome, and the guilt overcame him, so he had to tell people about what they did in the 50s and shit. Now, I'm not saying I believe it, but this lady was talking about some crazy shit, man.
Goddamn, homie.
She was also talking about, now this is declassified shit, but she was also talking about Operation Paperclip, which I have heard of before, but it's crazy the detail she went into. So after World War II ended, the USA brought over thousands of Nazi scientists to the USA, and that's how they founded NASA. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, that's why I sent you that meme the other day with the Hulk and
oh yeah,
Professor Hulk, and it was the German Nazis in the 30s or whatever, and the German Nazis in the 40s.
Yeah. Dude, when you go call Megan, I'm gonna watch Inglourious Bastards. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, dude. Alright, word. I mean, I might be around.
No, I've decided. I'm just kidding, man. How long are you going to talk to her? Because I think I'm going to boot up that movie and at least watch the first 2 scenes, so it'll be 40 minutes or whatever, something like that. Is that how long you're going to be talking, do you think?
I think so. I mean, she's got a barbecue to go to.
Oh, cool. Well, just fucking, call me whenever you're done, and then I'll just pause or stop the movie and we can talk some more.
Your fucking bitch ass is asleep.
I'll be awake, man. I got 48 ounces of Red Bull to get through, so. Okay, so Steve's not good at math. There is no possible configuration that I could possibly have 48 ounces of Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have I have like half a Red
I don't
Bull
know.
and
Red Bull sizes.
I
I
know,
don't
I
know.
know.
Whatever.
I was making a joke about how you don't drink it. Remember how I told you like 10 minutes ago I just make jokes that aren't funny and expect people to like me for them?
Yeah, it's been my life for years.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Dude, I fucking dug 14 layers of this pit since I got home yesterday.
Oh, goddamn, boy.
Fucking making progress, bro. I just fucking throw on a podcast and do this shit. Cause we need to get this shit done, man. It's been fucking too long. We could have had this done years ago if we applied ourselves.
Could have got it done years ago if we hadn't worked child labor.
I know, right? Dude, I was fucking dying of laughter and like I was so amazed, like, oh my god, it's finally happening. Mike's fucking nephew was digging out. And then he was like, oh shit, god damn it. And then he was like, no, don't dig those ones yet. Dig the ones in the lines right there. I was dying laughing because, like, it doesn't matter which one he digs, man. It's all coming out. But he was like, no, don't go that far yet. Dig the ones inside the box right there. God, it was fucking funny.
Hey, man. Whatever you gotta do to get the pit done.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, can I tell you, this isn't a dig or anything, but it's really annoying how you arrange these shulker boxes.
I know, I did it to piss you off.
Whenever I export them again, I'm putting them back fucking directly, like, lined up.
I was like, how can I piss off Mark?
I'm too fucking lazy to move them. I just fucking leave it, whatever. Oh, we have all 16 colors now because I have gray. You have one of the 3 blues, right? You have cyan, right? Mike has lime green, and I have the other 13 colors all lined up right here. So we have all 16 different colors. I mean, I can make even more too. I can make like 7 more if I wanted to, but alright, let's see what is to do in Minecraft, man. Maybe I'll go fishing. I'll go fishing. Do you, man, I wish Mike was here, man. No offense, but I wish Mike was here too. I fucking miss talking to both of you motherfuckers at the same time.
Why? Because I'm having trouble keeping a conversation.
Well, not really, but like I just miss talking to both of you guys at the same time. Because whenever I run out of shit to talk about, I can just listen to you two motherfuckers. And then, like, it works for everybody. Like, when you run out of stuff to talking about, me and Mike would talk about some shit, you know?
Dude, I'm getting a little hungry.
Ooh. Dude, I wanted In-N-Out so bad yesterday. But I could not, like, we actually drove by In-N-Out and it smelled so good, and I could not bring myself. Like, I could have just went and got some, but I was like, I am not going all the fucking way across town in fucking 6 o'clock Friday traffic, you know? Couldn't bring myself to do it. I was just so tired, man. I'm like, nah, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna get my beer and fucking hang out.
I need to go to the store.
What do you need? Bunch of food and shit?
Toilet paper. Drano, and some sour cream. It was chili I made the other day.
Dude, I need some fucking Drano also. Fucking sink drains really slow.
Yeah, it's my bathtub.
Dude, seriously, go to Home Depot. They'll have some shit that's in a bag. It's in a bottle, but the bottle itself is in a bag. Get that shit. You said I remember. Well, I remember telling you that. I remember. Well, see if they have that. Then they might not have it. They'll definitely have it at Home Depot. But like that shit is like Drano on steroids.
Yeah.
And I know you. I remember you saying that it was illegal in Massachusetts, probably, but it's probably not illegal in Florida.
We live right next to the ocean. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool, man. You know, PVC never breaks underground and stuff. Hey, so are you like really near a coast?
I'm like a 50-minute drive from the ocean. Yeah.
Oh, you might be all right, but like all of the coastal cities, they think that all of the coastal cities around the edge of the United States are going to be underwater within like 40 years or something. So you might not want to plan out the rest of your life to be in Florida. I don't know.
I don't know. I go wherever my life takes me, man.
Yeah, that's what you always do, man. That's why I love you. Just go where your life takes you, man. Fucking passionate. Hey, I really hope that, and I'm being sincere here, I really hope that if the shit really does go down in our lifetimes, we could at least meet up, or at least talk on the phone, but preferably meet up after the shit goes down. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm so happy to see you, even though the shit has gone down and we're all gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking drink at least one more 40 before we die.
I know, right? We fight, because everything would be chaos. We fight our way to the store, somehow get in unharmed. All of the 40s that are left are like bush. Like, god damn it. But at least we could drink that.
I can't go on, Mark.
There's no old English, god damn it.
Oh, here's something I was gonna tell you.
What's
Last night at the bar, these motherfuckers had a candlelight like vigil for their dog, and the
Oh, really?
dog like is still alive. But, like the dog is like turned into
What?
So they brought the dog to the bar, and like a bunch of motherfuckers showed up and like drank, and they like brought like a couple of their dogs too. And then I was like, first off, like, way to bring the mood down in the bar.
Don't you guys serve food?
No, we don't serve food.
Oh, so it's like, okay, you can bring your dog in here because there's no food next to the dog's asshole.
But it's like, I'm just like, yeah, man, it's fucking Friday. People are like on Tinder dates and shit. There's like a candlelight vigil, like
Dude.
I kept making the joke. I was like, what if they bring in like one of those 4-foot like fucking posters on an easel that's like a portrait of the dog, and there's like candles flying around. And then I was like, so like
on an easel. I don't think it's called an easel if it's in a funeral, Steve. I think it's called something else. No, but they call it. What do they call it?
I'm pretty sure it's an easel, homie. Anyways, so yeah, I was like, so at what point do we pour one out for the dog? And the fucking general manager's like, well, the dog's not dead yet, Steve. And I was laughing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking, dude, and check this out. I bet you $5 that was your local chapter of the Cacophony Society.
What do you mean?
The Cacophony Society.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what the Cacophony Society is?
Dude, I just said twice I don't know what that is.
How have you not heard of this? The Cacophony Society is
I
just
don't know, Mark, because I can't retain all the information.
This is one of the most fascinating things that's going on today. The Cacophony Society is a bunch of people, and so the sole premise of the Cacophony Society is just to do weird, dumb shit that doesn't hurt anybody. So basically, I could start a chapter of the Cacophony Society right now and say it's the Just for Fun podcast Cacophony Society. One of the more memorable moments of the Cacophony Society is when they went to the Boston Marathon a few years ago, and they were all dressed up in big salmon suits, like big suits to make them like look like salmons, and they ran against the stream of the marathoners that were running. They just ran the opposite direction in the marathon.
It's not funny, though.
Yeah, it's funny. It's not hurting anybody. One of the funniest things that I heard about the Cacophony Society is, Duncan Trussell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to a Cacophony Society meeting, or he actually hosted one. He started a chapter of the Cacophony Society in like Hermosa Beach, California or something, is one of the cities that make up LA. He hosted one at a fucking what's that grocery store? It's the grocery Wegmans.
Wegmans, yeah.
Wegmans, that's the one. They had a bar at this Wegmans, and so he hosted a Cacophony Society meeting in the bar, and he formed the society, and he hosted the final meeting of the society, but it was really their first meeting, and it was the final meeting of the Hermosa Beach chapter of the Wegmans Cacophony Society. And so they went, and everyone was dressed in their pajamas at a bar, and some dude got up to speak, and he recited word for word Tiger Woods' resignment speech after he got caught cheating on his wife and all that crazy shit went down. He recited Tiger Woods' apology speech in front of everybody, word for word. Like they just gather together and do weird shit. Like, but it's not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? It's
like a weird fringe group of like humor kind of.
Yes, but I can start a Cacophony Society right now. That's in the rules of the society. I can go outside, start a chapter of the Cacophony Society, and be like, hey, you want to join my chapter? Yeah, okay, blah blah blah. And then we're gonna go to the store and we're gonna hold the door for everybody that opens up all day, just for no reason, just to be weird. And then, all right, well, let's do this again next Sunday. Or I can disband our chapter of the Cacophony Society right now. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. If you ever get time, fucking look it up, man. It's just weird shit. God, I fucking love it, though, man. I think that's because there's not fucking tigers chasing us every day anymore. Like, you just have to find shit to do. You can just go to the grocery store and get food. You know what I mean?
No, man. I'm trying to get a tiger to chase me.
Dude, how exhilarating would that be? They should make that a VR experience. Like, you have to run away from a tiger, and then when you finally get away, you just feel so good. That would be a pretty cool VR game, don't you think?
What if at some point, when, like, VR gets to a point of, like, certain realism, then they, like, you know, tap into, like, the way human brain psyche works a little better. Or, like, we have to, like a stage in our life is, like, we have to overcome the running from a fucking tiger simulation. And it's, like, super realistic, you know?
Like, you have
Just
to do
to
it
get that.
to, like, pass high school, you mean?
Yeah, well, like, past high school, but, like, to also know, like, what it's like to have, like, that fucking fear in your heart, because it's, like, VR is so realistic, like, it actually, like...
It feels like it happened to you.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. Like, oh, well, you haven't had the VR of getting the shit kicked out of you yet? Well, you have to do that to know what that's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, this is a peaceful society, but
You have to learn what that kind of thing is like,
ready.
so you can respect what peace is like.
Exactly.
That's interesting, man. I think another thing.
Like I don't think it's like so out of the realm of like shit that might actually like.
Oh no,
happen,
dude,
you know?
no, for sure. You know what the Fermi paradox is, right? It's basically, for anyone that might be listening later that doesn't know what it is, the Fermi paradox is boiled down to the thought: if Bode's law is correct and there should be so many alien civilizations out there, then why haven't we seen any of them? And some people think that it just extrapolating on where people think that human civilization is going to end up with all the VR and the AI and stuff, they might just turn themselves into VR machines and never leave their planet because they don't need to. Like, if VR gets so good that you can experience anything you want without having to stand up, maybe that's what civilizations do after a while. Like, why go to Mars when I can just go to fucking a different galaxy and shoot some fucking Master Chief, whatever the fuck the things were in Halo looking motherfuckers in my VR headset, you know what I mean?
The whole conversation about like humans being a springboard for the technological parasite.
Yeah, it was, fuck, I forgot whose quote it was, but I know this because Joe Rogan always says this quote, but someone said that humans are the sex organs of the machine organism.
Yep. That shit's fucking crazy to think about, man.
I know, right? That's like a profound quote, man. Oh, the chick I was telling you about,
my brain rattled a little bit just thinking about it, you know?
It does, man. And the chick, Annie Jacobson, that was on Rogan yesterday, was telling a story about some dude in the 1940s when they were building the first computers. There was this technician that was working on computers. I believe she said it was at MIT, but I'm not sure. But she said that this guy was famous for being a mathematician that could do complicated equations in his head. So when they started building computers, he would be able to, like, they would type an equation into a computer and he would always, like, 100% of the time be able to produce the result faster than the computer. Within 3 years, the computer was better than him, right? At, like, complex mathematical equations in his head. And he said, that guy, it was like 1943 or maybe 47, it was in the 40s. That guy said, within so many years, eventually, humanity will become the victim of automated, computerized machines. Like, he saw, like, back like 70, 60 years ago, he foresaw what was probably going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I think that
like,
it's like there's never enough. Like, we can't be satiated with anything. Like, okay, well, let's make it do the next fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what's crazy about it. It's like a drug. It's like a stimulant, you know. Like, here we are just staring at our screens, talking to each other, just like, all right, gotta keep pressing buttons.
Yeah.
What's the next best game that's gonna come out? Or, you know, like, I gotta stare at my phone and
that's just down at our level, on like just the level of like common people. But the people that are making all this shit, they're like, well, I made that, and like, well, I'm not gonna go fucking back to making toasters. I'm gonna see what the fuck else I can do with this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Just keep fucking going and going. I really love, it's not a quote, I don't think it's a quote by any, I'm not sure if it is, but you've heard people say it in like movies and shit. It's like, we always thought what we could, we always strive towards what we could, but we never stopped to think if we should, like if we should do that. You know what I mean?
Fucking Jurassic Park, God damn it.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I did not know that. But that's been in several movies.
Yeah, because they're always quoting Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's hilarious. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Fucking Jeff Goldblum's character says.
What's up, Jeff Goldblum?
You know when You know when they're sitting
I
there in
don't.
the car outside of the T-Rex enclosure?
Dude, I've seen it, but I do not remember. No. But tell me what happens.
Yeah, they're sitting outside of the power's gone out, and they have that hurricane that's moving over the fucking island, and they were promised that it was going to be like a safe trip, but the power goes out partially because that dude who played Newman on Seinfeld is trying to sell the fucking dinosaur embryos to make a quick buck, and the power goes out in the fucking T-Rex enclosure. You're like parked outside of it, and the power goes out of the T-Rex enclosure. It's right before the T-Rex gets out of the enclosure, and they like watch it eat a goat. And fucking Jeff Goldblum's like, we're sitting here playing God. We were so captivated.
Say the line,
by,
Steve.
I don't know exactly how the line goes, but it's like we were so captivated by it. If we could, we never stopped to think if we should.
Yay! I love that meme template, by the way. Say the line, Bart. Yeah, I did not know. I know I've seen, because I remember like flashes of images from the first Jurassic Park. I just do not remember any of it. I remember that it was raining. So you say that the hurricane was there. That makes sense to me. I remember like some velociraptor trying to get into a Jeep or some shit, and it's raining outside.
That was a T-Rex, actually, but...
Well, I know I've seen it, but that's how little I remember. I didn't even know it was a T-Rex.
You're sitting there like, that's a big-ass velociraptor.
Dude, I probably rented that with my dad from Blockbuster Video and just saw it once. Probably, you know what I mean?
You should rewatch it, man. That movie's really, really good. It holds up really well.
Oh, Inglourious Bastards. I gotta cross out motorcycle because I told you about how I got almost hit by a motorcycle. Inglourious Bastards. Jurassic Park. I put a J-A, Jurassic Park. Is that 2 R's? Or just 1 R?
I believe so. I think it's one. I think it's 2 S's.
Yeah, it's 2 S's, thank you. Jurassic, yeah, it looks right. Park. Double consonant, motherfucker. But yeah, man, it's... They were fucking... I'm sorry to keep referencing Rogan's podcast, but they were also talking about this thing...
Like that dude at the bar last night.
You see, bro, I've been listening to Rogan, bro. I'm like so much fucking smarter now, bro. I like know how the world works and shit, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, can I get a Berliner Weisse, bro?
You heard about the Romanovs, bro? They died in the basement.
That's the thing about fighting in a fucking basement. Remember in Inglourious Bastards where Tom, what the fuck was his name? Not Tom Hardy. Michael Fassbender. He's like, we're not worried about a fight. We're just here to get Bridget von Hammersmark. And then Eli Roth's character is like, yeah, so talking about Bridget von Hammersmark. That shit is legit. So anyway, sorry to keep referencing Rogan, but they were talking about you can buy a device nowadays, like nowadays shit. You can buy a device that's it's a device that lets you you can point it at a window of any building, and the device is so sophisticated that it shoots an infrared laser at the window, and it's so sophisticated that it can detect the vibration of the glass panel on a window and translate that into the sound that is coming from that room, and you can hear it. And you can buy this shit now. They were talking about it on Rogan. It wasn't with Annie Jacobson. It was the previous one with Phil Demers, I believe. And that's fucking crazy. No, it wasn't Phil Demers. It was who the fuck was on? Phil Demers was a crazy one too. That's the guy that's suing Marineland in Canada. He's a marine biologist. Neil Brennan, that's who it was. Neil Brennan, the comic. Yeah, they were talking about that shit, man. Like, someone could be pointing a laser at my windows right now and hearing what I'm talking about to you, when they could just tune into my YouTube channel for they could just tune into my YouTube channel for free without that expensive laser, just for fun podcast people.
Subscribe, like, share it with your friends.
Favorite this video. If you like what you see, go check out Steve's Spotify playlist on our Twitch channel. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Get out of here. What the fuck? Delayed air horns are my favorite. But yeah, dude, where do we stop? Where do we stop, Steve? Like, do we stop? No, I mean, like, with the technology shit. Like, where do we stop, man?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we do stop. I think it just keeps going. Unfortunately.
It must be, like, some deep-seated thing, like, deep within our genetics. Like, do more shit. Like, I think the drive might be get better. But, okay... So, like, maybe there is... Because everything evolved from single-celled organisms and bacteria and stuff like that. They think. Like, as long as aliens didn't come here and plant us like they did in Prometheus or whatever, you know?
Well, dude, that's what I think sometimes. Well, I like to, like, sit there and get really high and think about is, like... What if, like, there is an advanced race of, like, technology out there, and they're just, like... It's like fucking...
Seed planets? Like seeding?
They just like send fucking life out there because they're like eventually it'll start fucking making technology and we get approval upon it and then we take over. And that's just how they take over the planets.
That shit would be trippy, man.
Like I said, I can't think about it too much. It would make my brain rattle.
Well, can you extrapolate on that thought? Talk about it some more.
That's the thought, man. Fucking thinking about it. I just question, you know, like why human life has gotten to this point, and why we're so obsessed with making technology.
Right. One of the points I was thinking about is that so we all, basically every life form, unless we were seeded by something else, well, they do believe that life started here because of panspermia, which is like simple amino acids and proteins that were trapped inside asteroids and comets hitting the Earth in the early formation of the solar system, is what put the ingredients.
Technology, this advanced race of technology is like what put those amino acids there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that could also be a possibility, but the point that I'm thinking about is like, so no matter what happened, we all evolved from like single-celled bacteria and shit. You know what I mean? And then eventually, one form of life was the dominant force of life on the planet, and so many catastrophic events happened, and we're just, all of the life on the Earth now is just a survivor of the history that the Earth has been through since the formation of life. I'm thinking, what if, like, just say, what if, like, marine animals were the dominant force of life on the planet, and they were, like, able to alter their environment like we are? Like, what would that look like? Like, if, like, you know, some Little Mermaid or some Aquaman type shit. Like, what if life evolved that way? You know what I mean? Like, instead of the way it did. Like, what if when when all of the big asteroid strikes happened, what if dinosaurs didn't go extinct, but all the mammals went extinct? You know what I mean? What if 65 million years ago, all the dinosaurs survived? Well, some of them did, because birds are basically dinosaurs, man. They're just the fucking descendants of dinosaurs. turkeys,
Hey, I don't mean
birds, and
to
shit.
cut you off, but I gotta go. I'm getting a phone call.
Bye, buddy. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go watch some of Inglorious Bastards. Hit me up like
All right,
what,
man.
30, 40 minutes.
Will do.
And that's the end of the podcast. Just for fun podcast. Bye, everybody.